Hello and welcome. My name is Latoya, and today I'll be guiding you through a gentle Hatha practice. So as far as props, you may need a folded blanket or even some blocks. If you have blocks, have them nearby in case you need them. You may find them helpful, but if you have blocks or something that resembles blocks, great. But also a folded blanket. All right, so if you're ready, let's get started. So we'll begin in our cross-legged position or Sukhasana. Grounding down into your sits bones. We're going to take just a few breaths to get grounded and prepared for our practice today. Just taking a deep inhale in and out of your nose. If it feels right, go ahead and close your eyes, or feel free to keep your gaze low, maybe focusing on something down on the mat or floor in front of you. With your spine nice and tall, with each inhale, just feel your lungs expanding. And then feel that contraction as the breath leaves your body. Breathing all the way down into your belly, feeling your belly expand with air. And then let it all go. Just send your awareness to the breath, and when you're inhaling, see if you can feel not only your belly expanding, but feel your lungs expanding also. All in the same inhale. And see if you can feel the contraction when you release that breath. And as you take these few moments to just breathe, maybe set an intention for your practice today. What is it that you need today? Taking one final deep inhale and exhale through the nose, making it really deep. Finding your normal breath. Now we're going to bring your feet into a bound angle with the soles of your feet touching. Feel free to slowly open your eyes if you like, or you can keep your eyes closed, whatever you prefer. Bringing your feet in as close as feels comfortable for you. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, we're just going to take a passive fold forward. So allowing your spine to round, sending your chin in towards your chest. It's allowing your head to hang heavy. And on an inhale, use your hands, slowly press yourself back up. And now for a few cat-cows, placing your hands on your knees. And on the inhale, send your gaze up, your chest forward and up. Arching your spine forward. And on the exhale, round your spine, sending your head towards your chest. And inhale. Just kind of doing a few of these cat-cows at your own pace. Just remembering to sync your breath. Inhale for your cow pose. And exhale when you're rounding into your cat pose. And returning to neutral. Extend your left leg out. And let's bring the sole of your right foot in to touch that inner left thigh. And we're going to take a side bend here. So inhale, extend up, extend your right hand straight up, and exhale. Let's take a bend over towards the left. You can place your hands either on around your ankle or even on the mat. Rolling that right shoulder open, stretching over. Remembering to breathe. Inhale, and on the next exhale, look down at your knee and turn so that you're taking a fold now, sending your head down towards your knee. And slowly using your hands to press yourself up. Take your right hand and we're going to swing it behind us for our half wild thing pose. So placing it on the mat or the floor behind you. On an inhale, I'm going to press up onto that right knee, sending your hips up, sending your left hand up and back for a slight back bend. Taking a deep breath and exhale, bringing it down. So let's take that to the other side. First for our side bend. Bring your left foot in. Inhale, send your energy up. Exhale, fold to the right. Inhale, exhale, look down at that right knee. Then we're going to turn for our fold. Transitioning from a side bend into a fold. And we're going to transition directly into our half wild thing. So inhale, come up, swing that left hand behind you. Take your exhale. On the next inhale, coming up on that left knee. Pressing your hips forward, gazing back at your fingertips. Deep breath in and exhale, releasing back down to the mat. Now we're going to extend both legs out, toes pointed up, palms to the mat. Just gonna walk forward, to a degree that feels right for you. You're feeling a nice stretch right here in your inner thighs. So not overdoing it. Maybe keep a flat back. Keep our spine straight while leaning forward. And exhale, and slowly begin to press yourself back up. Pull our knees together, and from here, transition to tabletop position on all fours, with your knees in line with your hips, your wrists in line with your shoulders. All right, from here, we're going to extend your left leg back, keeping your toes curled. We're going to press back very gently to feel a stretch right on the back of that lower leg. And you can kind of, if you want, you can like move back and forth, or you can just hold that stretch, whatever feels the best. Pressing through your fingers, not allowing your shoulders to collapse in the pose, but pressing away from the mat, keeping your shoulders engaged. Now we're going to transition into a variation of side plank. So from here, you're going to swing that right leg back, pressing into the side of your left foot. And once again, pressing away from the mat so that you're not collapsing. Send that left arm straight up, maybe gaze up if that feels right. If not, you can look straight ahead or even down. And exhale, release. Coming back to tabletop, this time taking our stretch on the right. So extend that right leg back. Pressing back. Just taking a few breaths here. Now for our side plank, swing your left leg around. If you have to, adjust your hand so that your wrist is under your shoulder. And extend. And release. Coming back to tabletop. Now bring your knees as wide as the mat, going for a wide, like child's pose, like your toes, big toes to touch. Send your hips back down towards your heels. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. Walk your hands down. Bring your forehead to the mat. Taking a few deep breaths here. Coming back up for downward facing dog. So bringing your hands out an inch or two away from your shoulders. Curl your toes. Pressing your hips up towards the sky. Allow your head and neck to hang heavy. Maybe walking your feet out a bit if you're still feeling a little tight. Taking an inhale, and on the exhale, step your right foot forward for low lunge. So maybe come down to your knees first if you need to. Finding your low lunge however you need to find it. Finding your balance, making sure that your foundation is sturdy. Raising your arms up. Now keeping your knee, that right knee, so that it's not going too far past your ankle, but you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly lined up. It's perfectly okay. Maybe gazing up, and exhale. I'm gonna straighten that right knee for our half split. Now, if you have blocks here, you may find blocks to be helpful for this pose, or you can bring your fingertips to the mat, whatever feels right for you right now. And exhale, roll back forward. And very carefully, you're going to step up and come up into warrior one. So with your left foot pointed so that it's kind of pointed towards the left corner of your mat. Your right knee bent. Knee over ankle. Hips square towards the front of the mat. Arms up nice and tall. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Warrior two. It's opening up. So just turning that left foot parallel to the back of your mat. Arms extended, fingertips nice and wide. Rolling that right knee open. And exhale, straighten that knee. Drop your left hand back. Extend your right fingertips up. Gazing up for our reverse triangle or a variation of reverse warrior. And exhale. Extended side angle, bending that right knee, placing your forearm on your thigh, and creating a diagonal along the left side of your body. Maybe turn your fingers, your hands, so that your pinky finger is down towards the mat here. Exhale, swing that arm down to the mat. Coming back to your lunge, bringing your knee down, stepping back, and finding your downward facing dog. Now let's take it on the other side. So moving into your low lunge, either step your left foot forward or come down to your knee first. Swing that left leg around. Hold your foundation nice and tall. Extend your arms up. Allow your hips to sink down, but still extending up through your spine so that you're not dumping your weight down into your lower back. So nice and tall, extending up. Exhale, half split. Straighten that left leg. Maybe flex your toes so that they're pointing towards you. Awesome. Now, bending that knee to come back forward. Carefully step up to your warrior one. Getting your foundation right. Coming up nice and tall. And we're not on a tight rope here, so your feet are still maybe hip width apart, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. However, whatever distance they need to be for you to feel sturdy in the pose. Exhale, warrior two. Turning that right foot, torso nice and tall. Relaxing your shoulders, but feeling that energy through your fingertips. Exhale, reverse triangle, straighten your left leg. Gazing up at your left fingertips. And exhale, extended side angle. Bending that knee, once again, in line with your ankle. Creating this diagonal line. Fingertips, pinky turned down towards the mat. Shoulders roll back. And exhale, look down towards the mat. Swing your arms down to find your downward facing dog. Now from here, we're gonna be stepping into a forward fold. So bring your feet wide and walk them to the front of the mat, or you can step up if you like, or you can walk your feet and hands back towards each other. Whatever makes the most sense to you and feels the best for you, is the most accessible to you. And keep all four corners of each foot grounded down into the mat, nice and sturdy here. Inhale, half fold, bringing your torso about parallel to the mat, extending through your spine, through the crown of your head, and exhale back into your forward fold. Inhale, bending in the knees and slowly rolling up to mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Now placing your left hand in the center of the mat, maybe under your nose. On an exhale, take your right hand up. I'm going to take a twist here. And if you have a block that you want to place under your hand, that may be helpful. If not, just leave your fingertips to the mat. Maybe keeping a slight bend in both knees. And exhale, bring your fingertips down. This time placing your right fingertips down. And exhale, send your left hand up, gazing up. And exhale, release. Planting your hands, stepping back into your downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath in through your nose and out of your mouth. Slowly bring your knees down to the mat. And from here, we are going to come into sitting, into our staff pose. So extending your feet out, toes pointed up towards the ceiling. Sitting with your torso nice and tall. Adjust if you need to kind of tilt your pelvis forward a bit so that you're grounded through your sits bones. Take your hands on the mat beside you. Kind of slide them back. Pressing all the way up through your crown, pressing through your heels. This is a great pose for helping to improve your posture, but it also helps to strengthen your back muscles. Now on an inhale, send your hands up, nice and tall, and exhale, take a very passive forward fold. So rounding your spine. If you need to, bend your knees a bit here. And exhale to slowly come back up. Now bring your right leg in, bend your knee, bring the sole of your foot to the mat, and just take your right arm and maybe hug that right knee. We're going to take an open twist to the left. So inhale, Extend up. Left arm up and exhale. Take a twist towards the left. Be placing your left hand on the mat behind you to kind of support you in this twist. And exhale, release. Let's take it to the other side. So inhale, extend, and exhale. Take your twist to the left. And returning to center, let's come to our backs in a supine position. Bringing your knees into your chest, wind release pose. Just taking a few breaths here. Now dropping your right foot to the mat. Extend your left knee straight. Extend that leg straight up. You grab your shin or the back of your thigh. Maybe bring that knee in a bit. Roll your ankle to the left. Then roll your ankle to the right. Now bend your knee to place that left ankle just above your right knee. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, maybe pull or bring that right knee in, either grabbing behind your thighs or maybe grabbing just under that knee, but draw it in. But keep your left foot flexed toward that left knee. You're feeling a nice stretch right in that hip, in that left hip. And just draw it in as much as you feel like you need. If it feels great, just leaving your right foot down to the mat, then do that. But if you're drawing it in, bring it in as far as feels right for you. And exhale, release. Keeping your left foot still over that right knee. Now we're just going to allow our legs to fall over towards the right for a variation of a twist here. Maybe bring your arms up to cactus, or if you find your left knee trying to fall forward, just use your right hand to kind of prop it up. And using those core muscles to bring your legs back up. Let's release and let's do this little sequence on the other side. So extending your right leg straight up. Grabbing a hold, maybe drawing it forward a bit. Roll your ankle to the left. Then roll your ankle to the right. Now for our reclined pigeon pose, bring your right ankle just over your left knee. Stay here if this feels fine. Let's go a little deeper. Bring that left knee in and grab either behind the thigh or under the knee. Flexing that right foot towards your right knee. Trying to relax your upper body as much as is possible. And exhale, release. And then allow your legs to fall over towards the left. And engaging your core, go ahead and bring your legs back up. Now grab your folded blanket or block. I'm going to lift up your hips and slide this right at your sacrum. A variation of bridge pose. Extend both feet out. Bring your arms up overhead for just a moment. Now bend your left knee, bring your arms down and grab a hold of that left knee to draw it in towards your chest. Now let your right toes point up towards the ceiling and press out through that right heel. And release that left leg. And now we're going to draw in the right. So in the same pose, pressing out, pressing down through that left heel. And release your right foot to the mat. Bend your left. Press up to remove your prop. Allow the soles of your feet to touch for our reclined bound angle. Your hands resting on your belly. Allow your knees to just fall down towards the mat. And if this is not comfortable, feel free to bring your feet as wide as the mat and bring your knees into touch for constructive rest, which is where we'll be going next. So feel free to go ahead and meet us there if this pose is not comfortable for you. Just finding your natural breath. Using your hands to press your knees up as we move into constructive rest. Feet wide, knees falling in towards each other. And from here, let's go ahead and transition into our final pose, Shavasana. Extending your legs out, arms out, and tuck your shoulder blades under so that you have a nice wide chest. Adjust your head so that your chin is pointing slightly down towards your chest. And just take a moment to observe what you're feeling throughout your body right now. Noticing what feels different. Without judging, maybe check in with yourself. Just ask, how are you feeling? Doing a full scan, just evaluating how you're feeling right now. Now feel free to pause the video and remain in Shavasana for as long as you need to. When you're ready, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes and find small movement. Extend your arms overhead for a big stretch, pointing your toes, spreading your fingers nice and wide, reaching in both directions. And exhale, let it go. Slowly roll over to one side and press yourself back up to Sukhasana, cross-leg position. And bringing your palms together at your heart center. We'll end our practice today with a deep cleansing breath in through your nose and out of your mouth. Inhale. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Until next time.